Week 4 of Friday Night Insights. We are here to break down some big school games and a few more little school games than usual because there's a nice slate there. Wes, let's start in the Mid-State 6 with a couple of 7 o'clock games. We'll build up to it. Manuel Woodruff.
Yeah, Manuel Woodruff needs this win. They had a tough loss last week against Rock Falls, led 20-6, I believe, late and kind of let that one get away.
Manuel was kind of impressive last week against Macomb. I mean, the Stimmage kid really ran the ball well. 16 carries for 116, and that's...
The thing with Manuel is tend to...
You like your baseball player's arm, no?
I do like the baseball player's arm. They can roll. You know, he's running out of targets to throw to, though. I think if they're going to make hay, they're going to have to rely on Stimmage pretty heavily.
So Notre Dame at Richwoods. At Richwoods one day after they play some soccer, I think.
Is this the soccer rivalry week, too?
Really? It is soccer rivalry week, but...
Let's get it on. There's going to be a riot.
So football and football.
Correct. Lest we recommend that people go Thursday night. What are they going to see Friday?
They're going to see Richwood's team that's still kind of finding its legs, but doing it impressively. They handily beat a Moline team last week, surprisingly.
I'm surprised. I thought Moline was a solid 0-2, and Richwoods was moving up in class a bit from Galesburg, and it didn't work that way. Yeah,
it really did. I really like what Roland Brown's doing there. I mean, he's got a lot of nice players. And a lot of nice linemen. It's just, nice pieces. This is as good of a Richwoods team as they've had in the last few years.
Limestone and Canton. I like to call it the Battle of Little America.
Yes.
It's also the battle for a first MI win.
Yeah, I like Limestone in this one just because it's like a broken record, and that cliche is like a broken record too.
They're getting close.
Yeah,
can we just voice Wes in every week and say they're getting close?
They'll almost win. I think they break through this week.
Dunlap at Washington. Of course, the Panthers are 3-0 and with a purpose, with a bullet. And Dunlap is 1-2 coming off 42 at Malone.
Yeah,
I think that might have broken Dunlap.
They did not look like a very good football team last week.
I maintain they're a little better than that. The matchup's pathetic, but I don't know the matchup's any better here.
Yeah, they have some issues with their offensive line and how good Washington defensive line played against Metamora. They're going to have Logan Schrader's going to have zero time to throw this week.
With Colton Underwood coming at you, that's going to be...
And Connery, even more so. Connery, I believe, is maybe a little better pass rusher out of the linebacker spot. He's faster, he's maybe a little more athletic, but having both of them, I think they complement each other well. I mean, without Colton, Connery, I don't think he's as effective, and vice versa. But
am I flying right through these things without getting picks? I know we made a little pick on
I think
Limestone Canton.
Yeah.
Are you saying anything? I'm so Canton.
I'll go Stone.
Notre Dame Richwoods.
Richwoods.
Bye. I shouldn't do that to you.
21.
Okay.
Yeah, he always does it to him. He never does it to me.
Well,
you just like seeing the dumbfounded look on my face, right? Where I just blanch.
Little schools are going to win by, and then Woodruff is 20 good on Manual. Morton at East Peoria.
Game of the week, in my opinion. This is a huge... Both of these teams still have Metamora and Washington left on their schedule.
Only one loss for EP, so that gives them a little wiggle room.
Right, and this is kind of, for Morton, I think this is a must-win to make the playoffs. I hate to say that, but week 4, we're getting there. We're getting to the point where this stuff's going to have to start mattering.
It is.
Yeah, definitely.
Unless they overcome what would be considered to be a 20-point underdog status against Metamora and Washington, that'll be 5 losses. So they don't want their third here. And this is a team that's been in every game, and
it was a great game last year. It was 19-11, and Morton got the onside kick late and had the ball to try to tie it, and I think they got it close to the 20 or so. And different teams this year. East Peoria actually has a lot of their stuff back, their players back, so I liked them in this game just because of an experience factor.
I'll take
Plus,
EP
they're
too.
home too.
Yeah, I think EP is going to pull this one out too.
Yeah, and the thing is, Morton, that home thing with Morton has a weird little atmosphere at their field. They just seem to play well there. And
it's the Harleys.
What's that?
It's the Harleys.
The Harleys. You know it. The Hogs. Bill's speechless.
Pekin at Metamora, the would-be premier rivalry in the Middle Illini. When Pekin moved over to the Middle Illini, we're still waiting.
Yeah.
This one is Metamora by a bunch.
George Cater?
Yeah. I think so. I mean, this matchup. I know I don't want to talk about in the future, but I think this matchup has potential to be good in the future. Eventually, this is one of those games where you're going to point to, well, that's going to be a hell game.
As soon as Pekin gets participation relative, to, it's all about that power of the coach's personality and getting kids out and taking about it by the time they're 10 or 12 years old. I'm hearing a lot of talk about Princeton and Hall, despite its Love 42 opener against Stillman Valley.
Stillman Valley's actually proven to be pretty good. They knocked off 4A number 5 Richmond Burton this week, so they're Stillman Valley could be sneaky good.
The other RV to your Roanoke friends of ours. But for my money, IVC Mendota is all the marbles in the NCIC. Lincoln finally figured out the divisions. My alma mater's and the president I don't like. Anyway, IVC goes to Mendota, and you think Mendota's a lot better.
I do think Mendota is a lot better. They're coming off a 40-20 win over Chicago Amundsen, in which they rest pretty much everybody. Week before that, they went to Aurora Christian, who you might remember was the 4A runner-up last year. Beat them 37-36 in 2 or 3 overtimes.
Don Beebe's group?
Don Beebe's group, yeah, exactly. They got Curtis Knapp back, big running back, just a bruiser, scored 4 times last week. So, IVC does have the fact that Cody Kinsel's coming back off that high ankle sprain this week, so we'll see if that helps. But on the other hand, the IVC defense has been impressive this year. They've given up 1 score, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We got to pick those Trojans.
I'm going Trojans probably by 14.
14.
Ditto. Yeah, in that area. IVC. I mean, IVC's. I think they're kind of vulnerable this year in the NCIC. I think it's a situation where they're gonna struggle with Rock Falls.
We traded emails to that effect. Yeah.
I'm really amazed Mendota's built this impressive of power. I mean, it's a quarter century since I was there, but I think I'm smaller than this. We all know they finished with Richwoods.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting game. We'll find out. Even if they lose that game by 40, it's like we'll find out the level they are.
2 teams with just stupid Oklahoma, Nebraska type of numbers. Illini West at Aledo, Mercer County.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you can just say it's Illini West.
No. It was a 3A quarterfinal last year, one of the best games I watched. I mean, Illini West, they just keep putting up silly numbers. I mean, that 44 actually dragged their average down to 61 points a game. So,
they're just playing.
Yeah,
they're getting no test in the backyard. They don't even have the Carthage Northwestern harp thing anymore.
No.
I mean, Rushville's gone away.
Yeah.
They got to go to Aledo to get a test. I'm glad they do.
Yeah, and they'll get Pittsfield a little later in the year, who's ranked, I think, 8 in 2A. So
who wins this?
I got to go with Illini West.
Orange and blue?
Yeah.
Never pick against Carthage. That's what I was saying.
Aledo. I saw them in the track section. What a bunch of athletes they have. They're fast. I don't know who's back and who's gone. Havana at the Darren Winklers in Lewiston, 2-1 at 3-0. Havana's almost 3-0.
Havana is almost 3-0. That was a great game last week against Knoxville. But, Havana's got a lot of pieces back. Travis Davenport, the quarterback last year, threw for 163 yards last week. He kind of gives them that element to move it through the air a little bit. So that ball could be flying around Fulton County. That might be a 3-hour-plus game when it's all said and done. So I
also at North Fulton at start. Okay, you haven't picked it.
I think Lewiston pulls it out. It'll be a close one though.
More than 10.
No.
We have a lunch on a certain spread factor, but okay.
Spreads? High school?
No, final margin factor, not spreads.
not like the smorgasbord.
Roxboro's weighed in on this. Winning margins, and then North Fulton goes to Stark.
North Fulton does go to Stark. These two have developed a really kind of spirited.
Say it?
Not hatred, just a nice rivalry.
Okay.
North Fulton is come back nicely from that season opening loss, but they haven't exactly been challenged either. So Stark County's going to have a bone to pick this week, coming off that tough loss to United, and I think they might handle it pretty easy.
All right, that's it. That's a wrap for most of the games in tight, but all the rest are in the paper. They're going to pick Peoria Heights, Princeville, Elmwood, all those teams, Tremont, DMAC, and we will have the full array on Saturday, and we'll go to all these things. Thanks, and bye-bye.